Hi babes, hi. Okay, so I get a few questions about my hair either over Snapchat, on email, because you guys can email me, or over Instagram, and a lot on Facebook Messenger. So I'm just gonna go ahead and like talk to you guys a little bit about the stuff that I do, and just different things that have gone on with my hair. I used to have dreads. I had dreads a handful of times, but one time I had dreads for like a year. And the way I got the dreads out was that I never let my dreads fully lock. So I would let my dreads lock up a little bit, but then I always washed my, but that's my natural hair color. It's like a dark brown. If you watch some of my YouTube videos, I know it looks gold, it looks black. I did dye it completely black one time, but it is like a brown color. It is a brown color. Okay, anyway, so I wanted to talk, and sometimes I will melt coconut oil and pour it in my hair. The coconut oil is by far the best. I highly recommend using coconut oil. Some people say they can't deal with the smell because the smell of fresh coconut oil in your hair, especially if you have long or thick hair, it is very intense. So I would just suggest doing what's best for you, honestly. And they have coconut oil spray nowadays that has like a different smell. I feel like the more natural the better, but you can get coconut oil spray that is pure coconut, but it smells like vanilla. Like I said, I try to do more natural the better, but there's so many amazing products out there. Okay, so in this video in particular, I did not really comb my hair out when I was in the shower. If you guys have seen my videos where I do my hair while I'm in the shower with the bathtub, I do always comb my hair out most of the time. When I'm in the shower and when my hair is soaked in conditioner. I do deep conditioners. I used to do them a lot, but I just recently in the past 6 months just got back into doing them, and it super helps your hair. I don't comb my hair when it has deep conditioner or shampoo in it or pre-shampoo. Why did I say that out of order? I don't comb my hair when it has pre-shampoo, shampoo, or deep conditioner. I only comb my hair when it is soaked, and I mean lathered in conditioner. I just didn't do it today because my hair was really frizzy even with the conditioner in my hair. So I just decided to use my fingers. This is a little chart I found. Hopefully it helps you guys with like different things for your hair. It just kind of says like little things that can cause heat damage or different ways to tell if you have heat damage and things like that. I thought it would be just kind of helpful to add it into the video since it is a hair video. I'm not one of those YouTubers that's like always talking about hair because I'm not like a hair specialist. I do try to make sure to cut my hair every, I want to say 6 to 10 weeks. I think it's 4 to 6 you're supposed to cut it, but sometimes I don't cut my hair like the ends until every 10 weeks. Honestly, I try not to dye my hair except for like once a year. I don't straighten my hair really. I only straighten my hair once every 6 months or once a year. That one is huge. You really, really shouldn't like straighten your hair. Unfortunately, I do wear my hair in a bun and a ponytail sometimes. This video is sped up, but I don't like comb my hair very, very aggressively. I also don't use a brush. I don't use a brush, I don't use relaxers, and I don't use blow dryers. I let my hair dry naturally to avoid heat damage. Another thing I've noticed with like my friends and family, they tend to dye their hair a lot and also straightening it. Chemically, I don't know if you guys know this, but it's like a back in the day term, it's called like frying and dyeing. And so like frying is obviously like straightening it and blow drying it and curling it with a curling iron, and then like dyeing it. So yeah, the term is like called frying and dyeing, and obviously it's like not only are you straightening and boning the shit out of your hair, but then you're dyeing it and frying it. So it's like that's the whole thing, frying and dyeing. So yeah, I only try to dye my hair once a year, and sometimes I give my hair like 2 years break. And then other times with the straightening, I only straighten my hair once every 6 months or once every year or two. You're really not supposed, I know people who like straighten their hair every single week and it like breaks off all over like their bathroom sink, and then they're also dyeing it different colors all the time. And their hair is just like so brittle. And that's the number one thing I always try to tell my girls, or like even guys that do it, like stop straightening it all the time, stop dyeing it. Another thing I noticed, I switched to a silk a silk pillowcase years ago, like years and years ago. That truly, truly helped. I highly recommend that 110%. Like I've said in previous videos, I believe, I used to put Vaseline at the ends of my hair, but I don't do that anymore. I always was told by older people in my family to put Vaseline at the ends of your hair and it stops with split ends. The best way to stop split ends, instead of like fake sealing them back together, truly just get them cut off. So that's what I recommend. That's what I highly, highly recommend. Also the type of scrunchies that you use and like headbands. I noticed like for me personally, some of the scrunchies and headbands that I was using was like pulling out my hair every single time. Every single time they were pulling out my hair and it hurt so bad. And it was a good amount of hair. Another thing that I noticed that really helps is if you drink a lot of water and you stay super hydrated and drink fruit water. And by fruit water, I mean legitimately putting like cucumbers and strawberries and like lemon in water and then drinking as much of that as possible. Um, I don't know why I keep saying so much, probably because it's like 2 in the morning while I'm filming this video, but literally that helps so much. I can always tell when I'm not hydrated enough, and also drinking so much water, it just makes you feel better. It helps with acne in your skin. You guys know I have the acne sometimes, but it really does help with your hair. Also, people ask me, do I take biotin pills? I do take biotin medicine. I do take biotin pills sometimes, but it's nothing specific. If you guys want me to start showing the biotin pills that I take, I can show them. And I also take fish pill supplements, but I really don't take anything specific. Maybe my hair would be better if I did take something specific, or I stayed on a specific regimen with the biotin and fish oil pills, but I don't. But pretty much that's what I do for my hair. When I'm doing my hair, I always make sure I have a cream and an oil and then another cream base, but not as thick. Not as thick. I also won't, some of you guys have recommended products to me through email, but those products test on animals. And if you guys have watched my previous videos like a year or two ago, I don't use anything that tests on animals. I really do try to go out of my way not to use any products that test on any animals. But if you do see me using something and it does test on animals, please let your girl know in the comment section. It's totally fine. Call me right out in the comment section. Sometimes I go to like Target, or I go to Ross or Marshalls, and I just, or I'm on Amazon and I just order products, but I don't even, to be honest with you, sometimes I don't look every single time to see if they test on animals or not. But I don't, some of the products you guys send me, like I said, they just test on animals, and I'm not even doing that. Like, I'm not going to support any company in this day and age still choosing to abuse animals. Not when there's so many willing participants with humans. And I'm showing you guys this because I really go out of my way to make sure there's no tangles, because my hair is so curly and thick that it does tangle kind of quick sometimes. I'm like, whoa, sometimes it does like kind of tangle pretty quick. So that's pretty much, like, I don't do anything fancy with my hair. When I put the rice water and like the raw coconut oil, I maybe do that like once every 2 weeks. I eat a lot of rice. I love rice. I'm not gonna lie. So the rice water, but like I said, some people say like the mayonnaise and the avocado really helps. I'll never know, but they say it really, really helps. People do like that Cardi B hair thing, and they like her hair products, the way she like puts all the different things in a blender and she puts it on her hair, or she drinks it or something. People say that really works. I've never tried it, but honestly, just do what's best for you. We all have different types of hair textures, especially if you're one of my mixed girlies. Then obviously we have to, you know, do some different shit. Like, sometimes what works for your sister doesn't work for you and your mother. Like, that's just how life is when, you know, when you got all these different things at play when it comes to your hair and whatnot. But yes, I always use at least 2 to 3 different products in my hair. Some people have told me like, hey, you should only be using this many, or you should just use this. For my hair, it works better if I use like a cream base, and then I use some sort of an oil or a spray, and then I use another base. It keeps it moisturized for like 2 or 3 days. It's good. And then, you know, sometimes I will use the argan oil, like, and the one I'm using right now, I'll spray it like maybe 24 to 48 hours after. These are all the products I used today. The Argan of Morocco is the blue one, the Pride one. That's what I shampooed with. The keratin, the tall pink bottle, is what I conditioned with. The raw sugar, the Mighty Cream, is what I used as my base. Oh, and the Argan mask is what I use as my 3 to 4 minute deep conditioner, but I do leave it in for about 7 minutes. The goldish bottle is what I use for the spray, and then the infusion is what I use as my third base for my hair. I never comb my hair dry, and like I've said previously, I never use a brush. Brushes, I don't care. I've tried to use biracial brushes, black brushes, Caucasian brushes. It just pulls my hair. It makes it so frizzy, and make it honestly, some brushes make it very staticky. I have brushes because sometimes I wear wigs, but honestly, I don't use them on my real hair. I can't. It makes it so staticky. It makes it frizzy. It hurts. It pulls the hair. But I hope this video helped you guys, and I just want to say one more time, these are all the products that I was using from literally start to finish. I'm not a hair expert. I'm not one of those YouTube channels or one of those girls in general. This is just what works for me. This is what I've learned over the years. These are just the products that I like. Thank you guys so much. Mwah.